business on display. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, we gon' put your business on display. I got winners on the way. You know you can't knock the hustle. And if you gotta get in place, then we gon' put your business on display. Grab a seat, we need you for a minute. And if you got the goods, we can talk about your business. She know what it's like to make a move independently. And I don't fake us like that. We been trusting God like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, we gon' put your business on display.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We are here again. And we want to invite you all to come in, sit down. We have a double whammy today. We have 2 interviews today and super excited about our guest. And so before we dive into the first interview, I just need to exhale. It's going to help me with this person, our special guest today, because I didn't even put any lipstick on, just being transparent. I was like, I'm not in the mood for lipstick today. I don't feel like it. I feel good. I feel healthy. I feel strong. But sometimes you just have those days where you have been swamped and you just don't have the want to. And this is one of those days. I didn't feel like wanting to do the extra. I put my extra earrings on. See everybody. So anyway, if you're watching this interview today and Nisha's Network with We Work Wednesdays, please feel free to share. And also subscribe to nishasnetwork.com. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, go to Nisha's Network on Facebook, and you'll be able to enjoy the interview today. So please share, you guys. We're looking forward to it. So without further ado, it seems like what does it seem like? A broken record that I've been sharing about how I've met people on Clubhouse, which is a social media app, which has been a great tool for networking. As a matter of fact, one of the ladies I met on there today, a couple weeks ago, said, all my clients are coming from Clubhouse. So I definitely want to keep the momentum. And I will say, you will grow from building relationships. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my guest on. Her name is Amy, and she is a mental health advocate, and I'm super excited for her to be here with us today. So Amy, welcome. I can't hear you.
Hey, Nisha.
Hey, I hear you now. Yay.
Hey.
Hi, Amy. So look, I'm not going to get this incorrect. So I wanted to make sure I said your name correct. So the last name. So say it for me.
Yeah. So my last name is Ouzoonian, and I'm the CEO of Mood Connect.
Okay, so we have Amy I said it wrong.
Ouzoonian. It's totally
Ouzoonian.
fine.
I got it.
Yeah.
Ouzoonian, and she is the CEO and founder of Mood Connect. And before we dive off into the interview, Amy, I really want to just kind of like you to tell us a little bit about where you live and your family, and just a little bit personal stuff about you to introduce yourself to the Facebook audience.
Oh gosh, Nisha, thank you so much for asking me. And thank you so much for inviting me to come on to your show. And you know what? I love your glasses and those earrings. I mean, oh wow. You know what? And you know what? Like I mean, yeah, I put on a little bit of lipstick, but like I don't, I feel you. Some days you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to do the best I can. And that is the best that you can do. And that's amazing. So thank you, for sharing that about yourself. So my name is Amy Ouzoonian, and I have a background in teaching yoga and meditation, also in marketing. And I've always been I've always been somebody who creates content, does a lot of like the background kind of things, like editing audio and video and creating graphics and content. And, I did my undergrad in journalism and creative writing. And then I went on to grad school to do more in the realm of marketing and web development. And I originally am from New York.
Okay.
I was born in New Jersey, though, Ridgewood, New Jersey, and then spent most of my life in upstate New York and New York City. But I moved to Phoenix, Arizona 10 years ago. Yeah.
Calm. Life slows down in Arizona, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's sunny all the time out here. You can see the sun out here. Sunny all the time out here. And our summers are a little bit like winters out east because people are not able to really go outside, in 120-degree weather. And so yeah, so a lot of times I say that, our summers here, they can be so brutal, like the heat's so brutal that people generally want to stay indoors, like where the AC is and all of that.
Yes, yeah.
But you know what? It is great to be able to have access to the sun. It's a great provider of vitamin D, which is
Yeah.
kind of like an uplifting, natural way, of being uplifted. But yeah, I spent so many years teaching yoga and meditation, and in helping other small to medium sized and even large businesses in their marketing. Um, and last year, during the pandemic, myself and so many other employees, we were all furloughed, and I was like, well, you know what, I'm gonna kind of do a shift in my life. I think it's time. I had spent so many years building up other companies, and I felt like it was time to start my own venture. And so I started Mood Connect. And how Mood Connect started was as a chat application that would connect you with how you were feeling and connect you with other people in how they were feeling, and to have anonymous chat conversations.
Now
Well,
wait, hold on a minute, because that sounds like it could be really tricky a little bit. So
yeah.
that is
Well,
that is amazing to me. That's bravery. I guess that's what I would say, because you never know who's going to pop on. Was it strictly for professionals, or you strictly catered to businesses, or how did that come about?
So how it started out was I was going to be focusing the group on mostly Gen Z professionals,
Okay.
and but then also with elderly people who were isolated during the pandemic. So those were my two groups
Wow.
connecting with each
How
other.
did you start that? Like what platform did you use to use the chat? I mean, because I can't even imagine. Like you had to.
Yeah. So I got as far as creating a prototype in a beta, and I created the beta in a free open source platform, and what I discovered when I released it and had it beta tested was that, yeah, like there we needed to do more work and go back to the drawing board on how we had set up, all of the permissions, and also set up the community, and so I went back to the drawing board. And during this time, it was about 6 months ago, I realized that there was a greater need out there for mental health and wellness. And that was in the small to medium sized businesses, because so many employees were pushing back, and saying, hey, my mental health and my wellness is a priority, and I need to focus on that, and so many businesses were actually losing money because employees were saying, like, I'm just going to leave my job because I'm not being taken care of here, and I'm burning myself out. And so I realized that the need really was in in helping these business owners and HR professionals in getting an understanding of what their employees' needs were, on an emotional level, and then also providing health and wellness solutions and resources to help them in prioritizing their employees' mental health and wellness. And so that's now what we're doing in Mood Connect. And
That is so amazing. I don't mean to cut you off, but I think that is such a great thing. And I know that there are limited companies, especially small base, that really like mom and pop businesses that really kind of have the resources to kind of, invest in their employees, especially if employees are part-time. But it's so interesting you was bring that up because I could think of countless times where even I'm a business owner, and a small business, hair salon, and with a co-own with my partner Ebony Roberts. And
Mhm.
so our moods go up and down, and of course we're constantly catering to other people, and the pandemic was a huge thing for people to be able to really fall into, some people just really fell into depression, or they were able to stop long enough to see what was really going on with themselves, and that really brought about I share this, that me and my husband have coached and counseled more couples in 2020 than we have in the history of doing 20 the 22 years we've been doing marriage ministry. We have coached more because there was a greater need. So how has that been, with companies just opening up and gravitating and just saying, you know what, we need Mood Connect, we need you. How has that been, that experience, since you started?
Oh gosh, I mean, there's been such an amazing positive reception. Business owners who are saying like, yeah, I need help in understanding how my employees, how they're feeling, what kinds of needs, like they're really requiring, and also understanding cheap and, well, not cheap, but like affordable
Affordable,
way of
yeah.
providing that kind of quality care. And so what we're able to provide is discounts on health and wellness products and services. Also providing discounts on online mental health services like talk therapy. And also mindset master classes, workshops that range from self-care all the way to learning how to change your mindset, become more organized. Also nutrition workshops, and in classes on how to learn how to communicate better, manage relationships, even
Yeah.
relationships at home and relationships within the workplace. you know um, and what the reception that we've had so far from business owners has been such a positive one. We've had business owners who have said like, wow, I had no idea that my employees were turning in their projects late because they were having difficulty, with certain issues at home, or because people were just having difficulty with focusing because of anxiety, and so and since all of this is done anonymously, so like all of the reporting
Right.
that we do is done anonymously. Employees feel safer in sharing how they really are feeling. um, uh, and also, employees are feeling more valued, and that's the key thing. When we feel valued, then we feel healthier and happier. And when we are healthier and happier, then we feel like we can be more productive.
So I wanted to pause right here. I know we have questions coming in, but one of the things that you had mentioned in our pre-interview questions was that you worked at the same company from 13 to 42. Was that like a family-owned business, or were you saying that you worked for other companies starting at
Oh,
the
oh,
age of
I
13?
work for lots of different companies. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
so, so you paid attention to the fact that there was not enough emphasis on mental health. Is there anything personally that touched you in your own journey that made you aware that you needed a mental break or needed a mood connect?
Yes, definitely, definitely. Yeah, through the years, I mean, life happens in so many different areas, right? And when, the most challenging time of my life, as being an employee, I think, was after I had my daughter. I'm a single mother, and my daughter is 4 now. But when she was born, my biggest challenge was in finding consistent and reliable childcare when going back to work. And in many instances, a lot of employers would, be not very inclined to allow you to work from home. And and if my daughter got sick, and she couldn't go to a child care provider, then I would have no choice. I would have to stay at home and take care of her. And so that there would be stress involved in that, and then also in being a new mother, and just not, I mean, there's so many things that happen that we're not
Yeah,
prepared for, right?
right,
Yeah.
right. So
And yeah.
so with that being said, you launched Mood Connect, and so what would like some of the first steps? I mean, just in terms of you, because I'm sure you have a team of people because you can't do it all by yourself, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we have an amazing team of mental health advisors and HR advisor, and I work with a strategic growth partner. Um, I, and I have a team of developers, and a marketing partner as well. So yeah, and we're a growing team. Right now, I'm interviewing sales professionals. So and just the general feeling, Mood Connect is people are definitely on board. I see the questions that are coming in. Should I answer them, or did you
So,
want me to?
so yes, we're gonna go ahead and ask. Well,
Okay.
I want to just reiterate that we are interviewing Amy Zanian, and we are
Union, yeah,
Ouzoonian. I said it right the first time. And we're
yeah,
so excited. She's a mental health advocate, and she has launched this business, you guys, for you who are business owners to have healthy employees. Whether you go from small business to the larger businesses, it doesn't matter. I think you need to go to moodconnect.com, www.moodconnect.com, and find Amy and find out more information, because really this is so necessary amongst today's time to really have a safe place to be able to go to and be able to have somebody understand, and then privately. So I know we're connected with a lot of small businesses with Nisha's network. So we definitely want to make sure that you guys go to moodconnect.com and you all will find out more. But Amy, go ahead and answer that question. Um, how other ways they could get connected with you, because I know you're on social media as well.
yeah. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I guess YouTube, and Clubhouse also. And the handle in all of the social media is at Mood Connect. So it's not hard to find us at all. We're at Mood Connect on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Clubhouse. You might need to look up my name on Clubhouse if you're on Clubhouse. And on YouTube, as well, it's just do a search for Mood Connect, and you'll find our YouTube channel. But and also on Twitter at Mood Connect. Yeah, so that's how you can find us. And then also on our website, definitely get in touch with me via the contact form that's on there, or you can even email info@moodconnect.com.
Okay. So I wanted to because you mentioned something about having a marketing background. Did you mention that to me? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
so the gift of you launching your business is so amazing because you have the marketing background, and I know a lot of people are trying to remain relevant in their businesses. So do that your businesses ever collide a little bit, in terms of like dealing with the mental health with Mood Connect, and then really people are stressed out about not having enough business? So do the businesses collide? I'm just curious. This is not a question I asked you. I'm just curious about that.
Yeah. There's always an opportunity for collaboration in in different kinds of areas. And I guess what you're saying is if a business needs help in the areas of marketing, yeah, definitely. I'm very open to helping any kind of business in creating content, creating graphics, video. Uh, anything that is in the areas of marketing, because yeah, I actually I started working with a nutrition coach who is going to be offering workshops through Mood Connect on having healthier nutrition. And she needed help with her website, and since I do front end web design, I said, yeah, sure, I'd love to help you.
Look, I'm trying to
um,
get you to do all the businesses, Amy. That's terrible. Look, I'm
yeah,
probably
yeah,
thinking about myself a little bit, like, oh, let me get some mental health. But she said marketing too, so you just never know. But anyway,
yeah.
another question is, how do people apply, if they're interested in actually, and participating in Mood Connect? How do they apply?
Yeah, so there are two ways actually. You can either email info@mood connect and let me know what area of expertise is you work in, or you can go to the moodconnect.com site, and there at the bottom is a at the bottom is a apply to our jobs, and that'll take you to a page where you can apply for any of the available job openings that we have. Also, so there are two main types of people that we're looking to hire right now, which is health professionals in the area of being coaches, therapists, also like nutrition coaches, health and wellness coaches that are that do even online fitness. Um,
Oh,
and
wow.
then also sales professionals also. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to email me at info at moodconnect.com, or you can go to the website and go to the job form on there, or even to the contact form. Get in touch with me. I would love to schedule some time to meet with you. And we actually have already launched our mindset master classes. And we launched about a couple of weeks ago. We launched our first one, and it's sold out already.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, those dates are going to be the dates for that mindset masterclass is September 2nd and September 6th. That sold out, but we are going to be starting our next wave of mindset masterclasses on September 8th. And that's a mindset masterclass that's going to be led by health and wealth coach Helen Levine, and she's going to be leading a mindset masterclass series on mindset, emotion, and energy, and how you can shift like those kinds of things. Your mindset, and is connected to your emotions, is connected to your energy, and learn how to unlock your potential. And so I mean, this is so needed in this world, really, because we have so much potential. You do, Nisha. All these people who are watching us right now have so much potential locked inside of them. And it's really just a matter of, being given those tools
Yeah.
to, to being given that key to, and turn the key and see, oh, wow, yeah, I can do this. And I have this ability, um, And and here are all the many ways that I can be of service in this world, and also learn how to be more confident in asking for the things that I need as well, you know
Yes,
but
yes.
yeah.
I'm gonna pause right here because I was gonna be transparent. Our time is really moving very fast. But I
Oh,
was
good. Yeah.
I'll be a little transparent. Just so we don't run too far behind. And the quickest way you can answer this, because I experienced something that I've never experienced in the history of my 51 years, and that is anxiety during the pandemic up until, most recent. It has really calmed down. But just as a mental health advocate, and just what you do, because I'm operating like 4 or 5 different assignments and businesses, quote unquote. And so what would you just share with someone who's like, probably just really over anxious? As of course, did go see a counselor, so I'm just being honest. But what would you share, some advice you would give to someone who's like, you know what, I've just been overwhelmed and anxious, and I just need my mood to change. I just need something. What were the first steps you would lead them to, Amy?
Well, you know what, Nisha? I would first say, like, Nisha, you're not alone, you know, and give yourself grace. You are, you're doing like so much, and you're so appreciated. I appreciate you and what you're doing, you know. What I also say is that if you're able to give yourself a moment to put your feet on the ground and get your hands down on like sit down and put your hands down on your sides, or on your knees, or somewhere just so you're relaxed, your arms are relaxed. You can like slowly get your shoulders relaxed, maybe do a couple of head rolls if that feels good for you, and just take a deep breath. Open up the mouth and exhale. Inhale possibilities. Exhale anxiety. Inhale positivity. Exhale negativity. Inhale, you are beautiful. And exhale, you got this, girl. You got
Yes,
this. Yeah,
yes. I
yeah.
love that, because it's so interesting that that was a great exercise, and I can feel the tightness in my shoulders, like you're not doing well. And I grew up in a very strong background of I'm gonna say religious background, but I'm a Christian unapologetically. And
Mm-hmm.
yoga was not the thing for Christians to do, but I know they have Christian yoga now. So I took some yoga about 4 years ago, and oh my gosh, the stretching and the where I couldn't do certain things, and in about 2 weeks I was able to do things I wasn't able to do, and just learning to exhale and breathe, biggest issue. And even today my trainer said, she said to me, shout out to Best Ed Training Studios in Tinley Park, but she said, Nisha, don't just do the exercises, I need you to breathe through them. And I realized that I need to learn to do that, to exhale, to breathe. And I know so many people need to take a moment to do that as well. I'm graced to know you, Amy. It has been such a privilege to hear just a little bit, but you guys need to go to moveconnect.com. Go and find out what's going on with Amy, because she really is offering a lot to the world today that is necessary, that is needed. And share. You may know companies, other corporate companies or small businesses that may need to hear what she has to offer to help your work environment and your employees feel safe and feel relaxed and feel like they can work better, right? So,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to someone that really, wants to start in this business, not so much as in this business, but to move forward to that healthy environment? What could you share with them? I know you mentioned about, it's okay to make mistakes, learn from them and keep going and try not to repeat them. But, what advice would you give people today if you could give people last words?
Well, you know what? What I would say is to be curious, and understand you don't have to do everything, so I mean there are professionals out there that can help you, but stay curious, about all of the areas that you're working in your business.
Mm,
Try to learn a little bit about all of it.
okay.
Don't just put something into the hands of another person 100%, like understand how these kinds of things work, have like a working knowledge of the terms, in certain areas of finance, of tech development, and all of that. I mean, I know I didn't include that in the answers that I had for you before, but this is so important to to learn just the basics of the things that you want to hire other people to do. Learn
Mm,
about what the legal terms are, the tech, the foundations of the tech that you're using, and the financial terms that you're using. If you're going with investors, understand what that's going to entail, and know about like just the basic foundation of all of that. And then what, you are gonna like be so much better off, because I you'll have just a basic understanding of those things. Okay.
that's really good advice, because sometimes you can have so many things going that you are passing the bucket to other people and you really haven't taken the time to really put your hands in there as well. Thank you for that advice. I'll take that too. That's for me too, because you could be moving so fast. You're like, I have this person to do this person do that, and then you miss the part of you that is, owning the business and really has the heart of it, right? So I really appreciate you saying that. Well, it's been so good to talk to you today. Thank you so much for taking the time out. You guys subscribe to nichesnetwork.com if you want to find out more about Niches Network. It has been a joy to talk to Amy today. Email her at info.moodconnect.com. Check her out, because she is changing the world through businesses and helping our mental health and our wellness. Okay. And the marketing. I'm throwing that in there because she added it. So like I'm gonna be calling her later too.
Thank
But
you,
anyway,
Nisha.
thank
So
you so much,
lovely
Amy.
you.
You have an amazing day, and we will talk soon. Okay. We're
Yes.
super excited. It's been so good to talk to you today. Until
So great.
you all stay tuned. We have another person coming. So we will be back live in probably about 5 minutes. So stay tuned, everybody. Love you
Awesome.
guys.
Blessings. Thank you.
Yeah, 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 yeah.